Hi everyone, this is Craig from Fibro Shooter. Just going to do an unboxing on something I've bought today. Obviously hearing protection is quite important when you're shooting, and at the club that I've been going to, I've been using the over-ear ear defenders, like a big set of headphones. I find them uncomfortable. When I shoot, I tend to find that the ear that's right next to the stock ends up banging on the defender, and it causes me issues getting my sight right, and it's just a pain. I'm only using a club gun, so obviously my sights haven't been set for me, which I could always raise them if that was the case, I suppose. But I figured I'd go for something in ear. Now I do wear a hearing aid on my left ear. Well, I say I do. I should wear a hearing aid on my left ear. It irritates the hell out of me, so I don't actually end up wearing it most of the time. But I am pretty used to the idea of having something that's in my ear. I was a sound engineer when I was younger, a drummer, so I've destroyed my hearing in the past. Something I really need to do is to start taking a bit more control and care over it. So here we have the Surefire EP3s. I've bought them from eBay. I'll put a link up to the seller when we're finished with this video. It'll probably be in the comments, but I'll see if I can do something to put it on screen. I'm new to YouTube, so please forgive me. The EP3 is the one I've gone for. There's an EP4 and an EP6 and a 7 and a 10. They've all got different things going for them. One has foam rather than, as you're going to see on these, is like we've got two little sort of flaps around the outside that hold it into your ear. There's some that have foam, there's some that are food grade, so if you're using them in a noisy factory environment and they go into the food, they're detectable in metal detectors that are in most factories these days. There's one that has more ribs on them, there's all sorts of different things. I went for the EP3s because they seem to be the one that most people are saying is a good all-rounder for indoors and outdoor shooting. And also good for things like if I decided to go playing drums or guitar in a band again, I'd be able to wear them. So this is how they come. They come in a little plastic bag. If we open that, you'll see on the back of it, it says size M for medium. That's based on a measurement of your ear. So you actually have to take a measurement, which if you look at the Surefire website, they'll actually show you how to take the measurement. It's not a crazily difficult thing to do, and you just choose the relevant size, small, medium or large, based on your hearing. Here we have an instruction and detailed and information sheet, how to fit them on the left, how to fit them and test them, how to connect a lanyard that you'll see comes with them, and how to clean them and so on, and also details about the noise attenuation. What this is advertised as doing is making sure that anything over 85 decibels, which is the sort of section, the level of volume that could actually cause damage to your hearing, anything over 85 decibels is dropped by 24 decibels. For anybody who doesn't understand what decibels are, please go and research it. It's too in-depth to be talking about now, but it's fundamentally a way we measure noise level. Anything under 85 decibels, apparently with these, should be quite hearable as if it's normal conversation, for example, with the person next to you. It only actually deadens the noise above 85 decibels. As you can see, we've got a little carry case. As we open the carry case and have a look inside, we have the two little ear defenders with a red and a white on them for right and left. There's a small chain and a lanyard which holds it around your neck and allows you to be able to walk around with them just dangling down. You'll see here this red port at the end on the right hand earpiece. Has a little hole in the end of it and has a little cap that can close off. That's so if you get to a point where you're in a situation where things are just too loud even for these, you can close the port and it will totally deaden them like a normal in-ear earplug. If you leave it open, the port allows for the lower levels of volume to come through, and you'll see there are two ribs or folds to hold it into your ear, and I believe on the video it showed that they're actually adjustable. You can push them in and out to make them adjust to the length of your ear. You'll see these are the nude colour. I got the natural colour rather than the black ones which are available, just because they were the only ones that I could see at the price I was looking at. I think I paid $15.99 for these. The black ones, everybody seemed to be selling a little bit dearer because people like them. I'm not bothered about fashion, I don't care. As long as it protects my ears, I'm happy. So I just got the nude ones. I'm going to give them a go, going to give them a try. At some point we'll do a shoot in the range, probably on Tuesday next week. At that point I'll do a bit of a review on them and put it to the end of this video. Sorry about the focus problems here. Having everything close up to the camera means that the slightest bit of movement means you go out of focus. I'll try and keep it in as best I can. This is the left ear EP3. Hopefully you can see this is the silicone, or I think it's actually a different, I don't think it is silicone, but it feels like it. It's the earpiece that keeps it in place. You can see there is the actual earbud itself, which is like two mushrooms they hold in place. There's a slight curve to it. It seems to be that it directs the sound into your ear canal. The back of the earbud, there is a port which allows the sound to come through, and the closer, should you wish to make them totally deadened for much noisier environments, such as if you were around motorsport, for example, you'd want to close that. Seems to be getting rid of all the bass response. I've tried these in a second ago. All the bass gets taken out, a little bit of the treble as well, but the mid-range seems to still be there, so I could hear people speaking, no problems, but there was a little bit of a problem hearing. I thought it wasn't actually getting rid of claps when I clapped next to my ear, which is how they suggest you test these. When I then took them out and clapped, it was a very different sound. So they do work, they definitely do work, they do reduce noise. Just at the bottom here, if I can show you, can you see that little hole? That's for the lanyard. So if I get the lanyard and push that into that hole there, which is quite difficult to do actually, they're quite firm, so I would think it's not going to fall out. So if you do that on that side, and then you do the same on the other side, it means that this will now go around your neck, so you're not going to lose them, you're not going to drop them. Hopefully if you're at the range or wherever you are, you're not going to end up with them all over the floor, getting covered in dirt and mud and grass and so on. They're just going to hang around your neck. The carry case that they came in also comes with a little keychain. So at the back there's a small hole. If you put the keychain through there and close it up, it's just a little ball and clasp closure. That now could go, I suppose, on your belt loop or on a key ring, something of that nature. It means that you're going to be able to carry it a little bit easier. And then obviously once you're finished with your ear defenders, you can just pop them in the case, close it up and carry it off wherever you need to go. Nice and compact. I like this this little setup. It's easy to carry. They're not bulky, they're not in your way. You can throw them in a little pouch in your bag. You don't have to be worried too much about where you're going to carry them, how you're going to carry them. I like them. They seem good so far. We'll see what happens when we're at the range, see how good they are for actually getting rid of the sound levels that are going to cause damage to your hearing. So far, Surefire EP3, for the price they are, $15.99 I believe it was, not bad at all.